Hello again. I just finished uploading my game against Keith Hagel. That was the first game of a tournament that was important to me, if for no other reason that then I spent a lot of money on the tournament. I want to say something, and when I came to the tournament, I had the attitude that I wanted to just kind of not worry so much about winning or losing. And the reason I wanted to do that was because I've had tournaments in the past where I actually cried because I was so frustrated. And the tournament that I cried in was it was a Word Cup in Chicago, and I cried because I was just so wanting to do well in that tournament. And at some point in the tournament, things were just not going my way. And reflecting on that moment, uh, I just I didn't want to have that happen again. Basically, I didn't want to have Scrabble be something that I feel like is causing me to cry when I don't win as many games as I expected to. I did put I did put a kind of a before I came to this tournament, I put in a personal expectation for myself, and I was about halfway. I'm seated halfway in the list of people that played in the tournament, so I figured maybe a good expectation for me is to win half the games. But so I had that kind of in the back of my mind, but I didn't want to be in a situation where I'm tilted or I'm emotionally distraught if I'm not doing well in the tournament. So I had it in my mind at the start of the tournament that I just wanted to play there for fun, enjoy New Orleans, and have a nice mini vacation with my husband. And it was also kind of an experiment because I wanted to see if I just think of it that way, will I end up just actually end up playing better if I'm just kind of free to not put too much expectations on myself. And so that was kind of my mindset. I also had this thing where in the second game I'm matched with Olinga Flisock, and I couldn't help but notice that she was. I didn't know what her rating was, but it was. I couldn't help but see that she was. Her seed was like in the 50s, so she was near the bottom of uh, the ratings for this tournament, and so she actually entered this tournament with a rating of 1236. I didn't actually look at her rating, but I did have it in my mind that this should be an easier game. But unfortunately, that's not a good mindset to have when you're playing lower rated players because that often is not the case that it's an easier game. Let's see how this game went. So this is my first draw. And let's take a look at what I could have played here. So I had unhang, which was a word I did not know, but I'll write that one down. So I saw that if I just played run here, AGHN seemed like a pretty doggone good leave. So I decided I just wanted to play run here, and it has the back hook of the G, which I can use to possibly play a bingo. It seems like eyes always seem to land on my rack at the beginning of the game, and if I draw an eye from this play, then it should be pretty good for my bingo chances. So let's see if I draw, and even if I don't draw an I, if I draw an E, that would also be really good for that leave. So she plays Uni, kind of an unusual play. And let's see what I drew. So I have thawing, which I didn't play there. I actually played here for 72. I think that's the right placement. This can't be the right placement. That can't be the right placement. I think even though it's points less, I think this is the right play. But experts in the chat, if you, or that are watching, let me know if this is the right place to play thawing. But you know, I was feeling good. I just bingoed, drew the blank, and bingoed early in the game, and I'm against a weak opponent. What could go wrong? So let's take a look here. What happens next? So Chile comes down for 34. Decent score, but I should be fine. Pretty good rack. I missed exertion here, and I played way too quickly out of my overconfidence. I didn't think I needed another bingo right away, and I thought I could just get away with playing Lex. I did not look for a bingo in this rack. I just assumed I didn't have one, which is, again, something you shouldn't do. And she is undeterred, and she plays Urk for 21. And in this position, I'm still up 38, and it's my turn. Seems like I should be doing well here. And I have this rack. And I have another bingo, which I miss, here in 2. But I don't need to play a bingo. I should be able to win this game easily. So I didn't need to look for a bingo in this rack either. And I've just played a word showing off my great word knowledge here of Ethion. I thought, yep, this word's great. 21 points. Great play. Maybe she'll hold for a challenge. And she doesn't do that. Instead, she plays Peel for 37 points. And my lead is reduced now to only 22 points, but no worries, no worries. Let's just see. Oh, I have peonies. Bingo. Definitely winning this game. So she plays, what does she play here? FEU, Foo, for 26. Now I'm ahead by 66 points. I'm ahead by bingo. Great. Everything's going according to plan. No worries. No need to spend a lot of time over analyzing things. So this rack and what happens next here? So the play I made here was we. And we scores 30 points. Leaves a pretty terrible leave, but scores a lot of points, so takes a spot that she could have otherwise used, so I thought it was a good play. And now, was it a good play? I'm not sure. Let's take a look. Where are some of these other options? I could play Vow. Maybe that's a slightly better play. It's only 4 points less. So maybe that was right to just play Vow. I didn't really spend enough time on that play. But I played... it's liking Vow on like several different spots. It doesn't seem to like my play of We, though, which is interesting. Anyway, We is what I played. I don't think it was that terrible of a play, but let me know what you think in the comments. But, you know, I think, you know, just make any play that scores well. Don't need to worry too much about this game. I've got this in the bag. So she plays Caddy. And wait a second. That's not good. She's catching up. So after this play of Caddy, I started to think, oh my god, I can actually start to lose this game if I'm not careful. So I was starting to get worried at this point after Caddy. So and especially I didn't have that great of a rack at this point, so that was why I was starting to get worried. So let's see here. I had this rack. No, there's no bingo here, but I could have played Vogue for 21, and that leaves a pretty good leave of AIRS. But the problem is, if I do leave myself with that, I guess if I draw an E, then it could go overrun. Yeah, I guess Vogue was best. I also had the kind of neat ovipara there, which I wasn't gonna see in any times. But I think if I had analyzed this, I would have probably seen these other plays that were better. I think Vigoro is better than what I did play here, which was I saw Vigor here, but I didn't want her to. I don't like this position of Whip Vigor. I played Vigor up here for 10. There's a lot of plays here. Vigia is pretty good. I didn't want to give her floaters in case she had a blank, because there's one blank out. I felt like I felt like Vigor for only 10 cleaned up my rack. But I should have just played Vogue and kept the eye, because there's only 2 eyes left. So I played this I was playing too quickly. And I think maybe part of the problem was that I had this mindset that I just wanted to try and enjoy the tournament. And so that may have actually been a mistake to try and not put myself under too much pressure. I think maybe if I had taken this game more seriously, I might have done better in this game. But anyway, Vigor comes down. And she keeps on scoring with Ambo. And she knows her 4-letter words, because Ambo's pretty sophisticated as far as words go, 4-letter words. And I picked up 3 R's and an E. So that wasn't supposed to happen. And now I am really starting to regret not taking this game very seriously. So I have par here for 12, which actually I just didn't consider. Rarer, which actually isn't too bad either. Um, I ended up opting for just air here because the two R's aren't too bad with the AES. I don't think this is necessarily a bad play. I kind of like rarer better. Par, I don't. I think par is pretty decent too. But anyway, yeah. Air comes down. Let's see what her next move is. Of course, she has the other U, and she plays quod. And now she has an 18-point lead. So all of my bingos that I thought was a comfortable lead for me just evaporate from basically two Q plays that I couldn't block. I couldn't really foresee. I guess I didn't really consider that caddy could have come down for so many points when I played. What was it I played? Yeah, because I played Wii here. If I had made, yeah, if I'd made Vow, that wouldn't have blocked caddy. But yeah, I'm not sure. Like maybe just Vow here would have been better. Just playing it here. I should have been a lot more consciously thinking about. I got overconfident when I had this rack, and I thought just scoring 30 points and trying to outrun anything that she might have would be enough. But I really should have been shutting down the board at this point, and I think Vow does a pretty good job doing that. Or playing Vow here. No, that wouldn't have blocked caddy. But playing Vow there would have definitely blocked caddy. I think playing Vow there would have been an excellent move. Yeah. Anyway, after quod, I have this rack. So I had Waxier for 32. So that would have been nice if I would have found that. Drave for 20. I went with just playing Dare here for 18. I actually misscored the play. Actually, I didn't play Dare there. I played Dare here because I thought with ERS I'd have a pretty good chance at either hitting a bingo from feud or hitting a bingo from here. But the problem with this play is it doesn't fork the board in the way I thought it forked the board. I didn't think through this play, and she actually just plays belt here. So even if I had a bingo, I couldn't play any of them because that blocks everything and also scores really well. So that's just a clear mistake on my part. And I drew only one. I drew all consonants, but I drew the Z. So I did make my best play of Fez here, which does give me a lead of 5 points. She slows down her roll here and plays Avo for 16. And after Fez, I actually drew the other blank, but I had no vowels to go with it. So I was forced to play something through that O. I did consider Snort here, but I decided I wanted to keep the S. I think that was a mistake. There's two S's unseen. I should have just played Snort. Um, this is a mistake as well. I played Torn instead. And she plays Koi. She's really good at making short plays that score really well. And I have a bingo rack, but there's no place for bingos on this board because after Koi, it blocks the ED spot, which I'm pretty sure I had a bingo to the ED. Yeah, I wrote down on my score sheet that I had mistended, and I was really for sure that I was going to play that, but of course she just blocks it, and so I just don't have hardly anything. And I didn't see nudism here. That would have scored 33 and would have been great. I also didn't see ums here. That would have been 25. Now I really just needed a score here, and because I didn't realize how dire the situation was. So if you look at all these top plays, they all score over 20 points. They're not trying to open a bingo lane, and that's what the key to this position is. I just need to score as much points as possible. I'm not sure how much time I had left on my clock to try and figure out that this is what I actually needed to do, was just score. But yeah, I think I could still win this game if I hadn't tried what I did here. And losing, I actually did spend quite a long time and drained almost all my time on this play, and then I was just desperate. I considered decoy. I got desperate. I should have known that she knows all of her four-letter words here. This is a desperate try of trying just Mike to bingo with hooking Emic, or maybe she makes a play from A1 and I can use whatever tile that she puts there. But the problem is that the tile that she put there was the J, and I just did not have the foresight to know that that was the tile that could go there. And I thought, because any other tile that goes there, I could probably have a pretty good chance of bingoing from A1, but the J was just not the tile I needed. And so my last rack that I recorded here was I drew two S's to go with my other S. And here I'm just lost, I think. I could have played bedpans for 32, so that actually does score decent, but it wouldn't be enough because I just blew it with Mike. So just to go through the rest of this game, I didn't really know what to do here. I realized I had just lost the game. So just made plays, played Zags here. She plays Aga. And I played Pans. She plays ATT. And I played Seed here to go out. And this is a very sad loss for me. And the final score was I had 378 to her 401. I must have Okay. So it says I have actually it should have 380, so I must have misscored something. But I guess I did underestimate her, and it wasn't so much that I underestimated her like severely, but I underestimated her in the sense that I wasn't making the my strongest plays that maybe I would have if I was really trying my best, I guess. This was a really kind of tough loss for me, but I just tried to put it out of my head again, trying to go with my. This is just tournaments just for fun. I'm playing my favorite game. Let's just try and enjoy the vacation. Just took that attitude to my next game. And thank you guys for watching. And put any comments you have on this game in the comments. And please leave a like for my video. And see you in the next video.